Oh, it's yourself! Welcome back to the Black Lodge. I'm David at drinkswhisky. It's been a wee while. It's been a wee while since I've done something in here like this. I've done quite a few live streams recently. There's quite a bit of drams on the run on the go. There's been some Black Lodge ramblings as I've pulled this new backdrop together. You may have seen part 1, part 2 and part 3 of that. If not, definitely go and watch it. And it's been a while since I've just done the actual whiskey bit of this, and if I'm honest, I've not been buying a lot. There's quite a few bottles behind me that I need to get through and do, but the reason I'm making this video, you'd have seen from the thumbnail, you'd have seen from the title. This is the series where we decide if something is for me or no for me, and it's this bottle here, the Harp of Darkness, which has came from Atom Supplies, which is the folks behind Master of Malt, the whiskey website here in the UK, I think in Europe as well. I don't know if they ship worldwide, but they always do kind of not novelty bottles, I don't want to call it that, but they do stuff a wee bit tongue-in-cheek. They did one recently that fell full of copyright people at a big chocolate company, the Delvaux milk, and this came out and I saw it and I was talking to a couple of mates and they were like, we should get it. And so I got my mate one and myself one, and got them both delivered. And this came, the Harp of Darkness Black Irish Whiskey. Doesn't say what it is, doesn't say if stuff's been added. I don't know what's going on. All I know is it is 41.4%. And on the back it says Harp of Darkness. We fucking love Guinness, so we made a whiskey to go with it. And so I've not been drinking much beer at all. I've kind of pulled right back on my beer consumption. But I thought, well, I kind of have to get one, and I've got one of these surgers, and so I thought, well, we'll do it right. There we go, open that. So these surgers, I'm sure you would have seen them. They're not the cheapest, and the cans are more expensive, but they're pint cans. You put it over the top as such. You turn it on. It does some jiggery pokery, I don't know. And it makes the Guinness pour like a pint in a pub, apparently. So we'll do this, and while I'm talking, it's good to be back. We're coming into whiskey season again, and there's a lot of exciting releases and stuff on the horizon. Whiskey festivals are coming back into full play. There's quite the head on it, and it sold quite quick. I don't know, I don't know if that's got enough charge in it. Could that be the problem? Maybe. More charge. Doesn't seem to be any surge coming. It just seems to be pouring me Guinness. But you know what? So be it. Doesn't really... Like, it's been a while. Out of practice. We'll get this cracked open. So this Harp of Darkness, 41.4%. Not expecting anything amazing. However, the guys over at Atom, they're normally quite good with their picks and what they put out, and even if it's kind of novelty, they don't put out crap. So I've had a few messages since I posted on Instagram that I had this, going, what's it like? Some folks saying, oh, I was like, I'm not holding out much hope. Do better than that. There we go. Now on the nose, a bit malty, to be fair. It's kind of hard to pour these bottles. The colour it's the same colour as the Guinness, to be honest. I did get a wee stopper because I was a wee bit worried that the smell and the taste of the beer and the smell of the beer would overpower this based on the notes. And the only notes is what I remember from the website buying it, and it was along the lines of it's chocolatey and malty and it goes really well with Guinness. So what I also did was I bought some of these pork rind scratchings of sorts that kind of resemble pork scratchings in a pub, because I thought, well, maybe the saltiness of that as well will go with it. You know what, I've poured worse cans of Guinness, to be fair. Slanger. prefer my Guinness a little bit colder, if I'm honest. Did we do the stupid G? Close enough, close enough. Guinness is there, it's malty. It's everything a Guinness is. This is to go with that. I'm being as fair as possible. On the nose, there is a stout-like finish to it. Malty, beery. A bit of whiskey there, but no off the bat what I would expect for whiskey. And what I'm going to do, just off the cuff here, is I'm going to pour myself an Irish whiskey into a glass. Just to kind of have like for like, compare it like, but just have, make sure I've got a whiskey nose on me. There's Green Spot. Green Spot's 40%. Perfect. Okay. Now we're not comparing quality or anything like that, it's just so I give the nose. Right, dialing in on Irish whiskey. Now that Green Spot's Jameson, keep in mind. Getting more whiskey now on the nose. Beer subsiding a little bit. Now bear in mind this is a neck pour, it's just out. Down the hatch. It's not really doing much against the beer, if that makes sense. They're very similar on the palate. Quite dense and flat, like a Guinness is on your tongue. Just kind of sitting on it. I can't tell if the colour of this is influencing what I'm tasting. There's almost like a licorice, like a licorice, all sorts licorice, like a British, Irish licorice that you would get from Bass. It's not like a Scandi licorice where it's like really salty and whatever. Just quite dull on the palate. They're in the exact same wheelhouse in terms of what they do in the palate. Very different to like a usual half and half for me, of like a Scotch and a lager. Now I'm going to try the Green Spot to see the difference, if any. Much lighter, much greener, much more vibrant, and that's 40% as well, so it's not as if it's a higher proof that's doing that for me. It's just got a little bit more to it. Yeah, the greenness of that is coming through, and the greenness, I mean more of a dark grassy green vibe, plant vibe, leafy vibe. I know it's called Green Spot, but just more along those lines. Whereas this, dull, mid palate, back palate, feels a little bit thicker, even though there's only a percentage or two proof difference. Feels a little bit more serious, a little bit heavier, bit like a stout. It's not super sweet, which I would have assumed Irish grain whiskey would be quite sweet. It says nothing, it just says black Irish whiskey, and that's it. Every time I go to have a sip, I get flashbacks to Black Sambuca, and I kind of brace myself for that Black Sambuca-esque, like, boom, memories, and it's no that. So you're kind of fighting perception as well, the colour, but it definitely sits darker. It's pleasant, it's not unpleasant. I'm not struggling to drink it by any means. And bear in mind, it's not a freezing cold pint either. They complement each other really well. So, you know what, I'm going to open the snack, and I'm going to just skip to these being opened because they're going to make a hell of a noise. They're opened. The salt is cutting through. Perfect, that saltiness to it. The pork rind, doing everything I need it to do. It's doing that pub snack, cuts right through. Now let's go to the whiskey. A lot sweeter now, a lot more enjoyable. The yin and yang of what's going on. To me, that's a session whiskey in the broadest sense of in Ireland at a sesh. The music's playing, you've got your pint, you get a dram on the go to complement your stout. Stout's a tough one to put whiskey with. It does feel like it needs something a bit darker. I could go a sherry, like maybe a PX or something, a sherry cask. Might actually try that in a wee second to see how it complements the Guinness, but a bit more fruity now. Bear in mind, neck pour, in the glass, it is quite viscous in the glass. Now, I'm not a believer in the legs and whiskey or anything like that, but it's surprising at that proof. You're getting that texture. As a threesome, they work well together, can I say? I'm sure it'd be the same with bacon fries. I'm sure it'd be the same with like a pack of nuts, dry roasted nuts or something. I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it more. I think it definitely needed. I came at that very flat palate, so the Guinness straight away, that. No run up, no warm up, which isn't how you're meant to be doing this. It's not how normal people drink. They're not setting up cameras and trying to do stuff and then doing it with a dry mouth with a kind of slightly colder than room temperature beer. Do I think this will be universally accepted and drank? No. Do I like the novelty of it? Absolutely. Do I think it was value for money at £31? Aye. Aye-ish. I don't think it's the worst whiskey I've ever had. It's cheaper than some of the worst whiskey I've had. It's just fun, isn't it? I don't quite know how that's stained. Was that me that stained that? I think I have. I have as well. Brilliant. So my review of Harp of Darkness, it's nice. I don't think it's my review. I don't even do reviews. In the glass, it's getting sweeter. The fruitiness is coming out. It's almost like a, you know what it smells like? Guinness and blackcurrant. Of a generation, a lot of people these days don't realise that Guinness and blackcurrant is and was a thing, where you could ask for a dash of blackcurrant in your Guinness just to make it a wee bit sweeter, the cordial. And when I used to work in bars in Ireland, a lot of women, that's how they would drink their Guinness. Granted, that was a long time ago, but that's definitely coming through now. Almost a blackcurranty sweetness to the dram. Getting much sweeter. Obviously just needed opened in the glass, wee bit of time. Great, good fun. More of this stuff is needed. A little bit less serious, a little bit of fun. I enjoy fun, lack of a better word, novelty, stylish whiskies. One came out today as I'm recording this that is from Glasgow, they call it. I can't even pronounce it, Glasgow. And it's a tonic wine cask. And I know we've seen quite a few of these Buckfast things, and I'm not the biggest fan of the whole Bucky culture, but they are fun labels. But this one is a whiskey, a Highland whiskey that's been matured in a tonic wine cask. Look at this behind me. We've got the Campbelltown soup, the chocolate, brilliant, just love it. If it brings people in, it brings people in. I think this is definitely something a bit fun, definitely something that you would share with friends, having a pint of Guinness or other stouts that you appreciate. That's getting much better in the glass. Good fun, good laugh. I suppose this should have really been a for me or no for me. That's how out of practice I am with this. So on the for me or no for me scale, aye, it's for me. Aye, it would be. Just funny I've not done that intro at the start, so maybe will we do a wee bit of Bill and Ted? Past David, this is future David. I say, welcome back to the Black Lodge. I'm David, and you are here. We'll do that again. For me or no for me. There we go. We can fling that at the start. It's all going to make sense when you see it going. But aye, for me, well done, Atom, I think I'm pronouncing it right. Master of Malt, good bit of fun, Harp of Darkness, playing off Apocalypse Now. Aye, Colonel Cuts would be happy getting that delivered to him. Or if you happen to have a child and you watch Hey Dougie, the episode where they deliver biscuits to the panda, she'd be happy getting a bottle of that delivered. But anyway, aye, great to be back in the swing of things. Take me a wee bit ring rusty, hope you bear with me, but aye, I'll see you in the next one. Now, I'm going to go off camera, scoff these port scratchings, drink the rest of this, finish that Guinness, and enjoy my evening. And I hope you do too. Cheers.